Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Ron Bobo presenting you another Minecraft video about a shader comparison, and honestly I decided to go way out of the zone and test two not as well known but still quite popular shaders, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. These shaders are the Kappa shaders and the Voyager shaders, which I will compare with the most beautiful features, the most ugly features, and performance wise. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright ladies and gentlemen, now we have Kappa. We just have a look around. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay, let's start with the basics. Atmosphere. Clouds seem to be pretty decent. Although I feel like they look a little 2D from what I've seen on other shaders. But I mean, they are very good clouds. Could actually compare this with the Continuum clouds, that's how interesting they look. Or the chocolate clouds. No, but seriously, these are amazing. Anyway, if we have a look at the general, well, brightness and color of the sun plus the shadows, you could see that it's, like I said, not too bright, not too dark. Let's try. It's quite interesting. I mean, in the morning it just looks absolutely magnificent. I feel like this would be one of those cinematic shaders. I mean, just look at the shadows. And this, keep in mind, is on default settings. Just look at that. This would be a great shader to take pictures with. And all the vibrant tree leaves. Just beautiful. But I mean, they really nailed the shadows. Absolutely nailed them. Now, if we take a look at the water. Yeah, it's really beautiful. The waves are not too rough, but not too calm either. And the color of the water is just about right. It's actually very interesting. One of the best shaders I've seen. I think I'll compare it with the others as well. It's quite... Oh wow. Underwater is exactly what I would expect to be in a river. I think this is Kappa's best quality. Being under the water in a river. It's its best thing. And it's not too clear, but also not too murky. So as I said, I really think this is a beautiful shader. Now, let's move on to Voyager shader. So, see you guys there. And here I am. This is quite an interesting shader as well. It seems definitely to be more of a bright whiter color than the others. Yeah, the shadows are way better with Voyager shaders. Definitely way better. And the clouds, yeah, they seem to be more 3D like. Definitely could compare these with Continuum, they almost look alike. With the 2.1 version. The sun, quite interesting. Not too bad. Not too big, hopefully maybe a little too big. Why did it just turn dark? What is happening? Why is it turning dark and... Oh, you're kidding me, is it because of the clouds? Are you literally kidding me? What? What if I move the clouds away? Oh wow. Look at that. So basically an insane feature this Voyager shader has is when a cloud passes in the way of the sun and literally blocks the light, it gets darker. Now, ladies and gentlemen, where have you seen that, huh? That is beautiful. Or is it just a bug? Oh boy. Let's take a look at the water now. I mean, we had a look at the shadows, they literally nailed them better than Kappa. And continue. On the default settings, keep in mind that. The water seems to be very interesting. It reminds me of the Chocopic water. Really does remind me of the Chocopic water. Chocopic 13's shaders. Right, that's why I'm gonna get annoyed. Alright, cool. It is very muddy down there, and I can assure you that, and it has the same thing as continuing by starting with blue, light blue, and then going to dark blue, and then turning into murky water, and turning into very dark blue water. So that's interesting. The waves, yep, they're interesting. The reflections, amazing. I mean, you can just literally see the cloud right there. You can literally see the reflection of the clouds. So I guess they nailed that as well. Guess this is pretty much it for the shader slash. This is really getting out of hand. Really getting out of hand. Alright, cool. I guess we can hop on the performance of both of these shaders. Okie doke. With Kappa shaders right now, I seem to be moving quite smoothly, I must say. I don't really feel any discomfort, and I am on 120 FPS. 94 going down. Depends where I'm going. I can see my shadow. That's that. Look up at the sky. That's 150, 170, maybe 200. Can we reach 200? Yes, we can. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Anyway, if I look at the shadow, hops down to about 100. Right. And if we take a look at the water, it remains on 100. That's interesting. That is interesting. Alright, so we don't lose FPS looking at the water. But now we're just looking at rocks. Alright, now we're getting to lose some FPS. 85, 83. Maybe 84, yep, around that area. Hops right back up. Well, yes, this is quite a demanding shader. It doesn't, like, if you have a GTX 1660 Ti, which I had, and I tried this shader, I was running with 20 FPS. So it is quite a demanding shader, don't get me wrong. But honestly, its beauty is amazing. Right, let's see what Voyager has to offer us. Okay, my PC started flying around the room, but that's not a problem, don't worry, I can still run this. For such, I wouldn't say too high quality, but definitely not the best quality shader, and losing so much FPS and just feeling a little discomfort is actually quite annoying. One thing Voyager has to improve is definitely their performance. I mean, with Continuum Arts Hue, which is a very demanding shader, I'm still getting more FPS than this. I mean, if you take a look, 57, 56, 64, what is that for this type of shader? Why? And why am I getting more FPS when I'm looking at the water than at the rocks? Alright, can we reach above 100? Oh, just spotted a bug. Shadows on the hand. But yeah, no, this shader is still quite buggy. and definitely need some improvements with performance, but generally it seems to be alright. I mean, it is runnable, so that's that. Oh wow, I did not expect to serve Voyager shaders. I mean, if you try to run this, you're definitely gonna have some issues. Huh. Alright. That was that. Thank you for it. Okay, fine. Last comparison, actually. So, my type of suggestions, advice, ideas, whatever you want to call it. Here it is. Alright, cool. Better looking shader. Honestly, I'd give these two a tie. I mean, this one has its sort of own but interesting style, yet Kappa has its other unique sort of style, which actually kind of suits this one as well. Both are good for cinematic gameplay. So that's that. Performance. Yeah, that definitely goes to Kappa with 120 FPS rather than 58 with Voyager shader. I mean, Kappa delivers a way better job than this Voyager shader. What else do you need to know? So we had performance, that. Okay, fine, let's just go for the water. Honestly, I would give a point to Kappa for the water. It's just more my style, more realistic it seems to me, but this one's realistic too. Possibly not as much on the ocean, but it definitely is realistic on the rivers. And pretty much, yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been Bobo, and please do not forget to like and subscribe. And keep in mind one thing, we're on 160 subscribers. Come on, we can get to 200, alright? And from 200, just a tiny weeny little bit to 1,000. But I'm kidding. Let's take it in steps. We can get there. You can tell me in the comments what I need to improve, how to make better videos, more video suggestions about different types of shaders, and tell me your opinions on the shaders, and how I can improve my videos, and what else you'd like to see. And keep in mind another thing, because you're gonna need to remember this if you're gonna stick with me for a long time. With me, without me. With me, without me. With me, without me. Thank you guys. See you in the next video. Bobo out.